Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away.
Sure.
Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues.
Yes.
Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Of course. So, the community issue that I talked about was theater and what it does for our community. So, what interested that to me was because I am a theater major at NDSU, I think about different things within our theater very, very frequently. So just wanted to bring an awareness and mindfulness to my fellow peers about what theater does for them, even if they're not directly in a show, and just what all needs to be done and what all they can actually do to help with it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action.
Yes.
Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Of course. So the call to action that my partner and I had decided on was kids and technology and how to get them up and moving. So we talked about what all we as siblings and possibly parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, friends, etc., what they can do in order to help all of these kids get off of their smartphones, off of their laptops, away from a screen, and what they can do in the real world, whether it be volunteering, playing sports, or joining a theater group over the summer, or whatnot. So it was just calling my peers to action of just getting all these kids to do something more proactive and something more productive.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
Ooh. I think my partner would agree that I was very organized and very fair. So what I mean by that is I was very organized when it came to breaking down our work and how it separated out and what all each of us would be doing for our team persuasive speech that we gave about that call to action. So I think he would agree that I was very able to break everything down into who needed to say what and how we needed to say it, and then what all the research needed to be done for our paper and for our speech. So I think that was probably my greatest strength with that particular piece.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
Time. Time is definitely a big thing. I, as a theater major, have been involved in a show recently and was not able to give as much time as I myself hoped and probably my partner had hoped, but we were, even with such a crazy schedule that I have, we were able to sit down and talk quite a few times and then get an outline done and then rehearse a couple times, and we were able to get research done on our own and then emailing back and forth of what all the different information we had and such, but still just the time to rehearse together and finding the time to be there was a little difficult, but I was able to make it work, and it worked out really great, and I think we had a great time doing it as well.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from COMM 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
Sure. So I think the biggest thing that I'm going to be able to take away from this is that, yes, I, as a theater major, talk in front of a lot of people all the time just by going up on stage and performing as a different character. But I think what this class has really taught me is that being on stage is a lot different than talking in front of people that are watching and you can see them watching you and listening to what you're saying and telling them. So it really showed me that I have the confidence in order to show these people what to do, that I can be myself and tell people a story and tell people what I think that they need to hear. So I think that's a big thing that COMM 110 has really taught me this semester.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you
We'll
so
probably be in
much.
touch with you in the next few weeks or so.
Great.
Take care.
Take care.